Welcome back, guys. We just came back from Quiet Place Day 1, and we just watched the movie maybe 20 minutes ago. So this is our quick thoughts about it. Go.
Really, really good movie. Probably just on par with 1 and 2, I'd say. 2's probably my favorite, but this was really good. Really emotional. I was surprised how sad I was, or like how sad the movie was. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot more emotional. It's different because the first two are more like, you know, the family's been surviving and they're going through the routines, and that was a little different. This one's a chaos all over the place. I think maybe a little louder with everything because it's in New York, so everyone's running around. And you can kind of see how dumb people are, and they're just like, you know, no one knows what's going on, so just murder everywhere.
The two main characters, Samira and Eric, they did great. Directing was great. It looked great. Sounded great. It was just overall great.
Yeah, the monsters look a lot more intimidating because there's a lot of shots where they do a wide shot and there's all of them chasing or whatever, and they're going so fast, and it's just like what do you even do there?
Like the wide shots of like just them swarming everybody like across the city is just so cool.
And I think my favorite part is when there would be a helicopter flying around, and then basically be super loud and making noises, and
they're just
all you hear is like the footsteps of them just running across all the building. Is like super intense. This movie had a cat in it.
Yes,
surprise first animal in a companion of some sort in this movie, and I would say it's worked surprisingly well. So
it makes sense why the cat like is quiet and like because it's like a service animal, you know, so it's trained. So you're not like the whole movie like rolling your eyes like why is this cat still here? So it's actually like another character you kind of care about. Hope you know it's that it makes it. Yeah. So you just meet her in the hospice care, and then they go out into the city. They're just like doing their activities and stuff, and then chaos. Just the aliens come to Earth, and it just starts off from there, and then it's just survival. That's basically the plot. She's on a like you could say a side quest throughout the entire movie. That's what's driving the plot forward, and then you like meet Eric later on. For reasons unknown. Yeah,
when you first meet Eric, you're like, what's this guy's problem? Like, you can tell he's kind of out of it, and like he wasn't understanding what was going on. But it was nice seeing like mistakes happen, like human tendencies to make noises would happen every now and then, and you can see like them just start crying immediately when they make noise. And like, I love movies that like obviously the first Quiet Place and the second one like dead silent in the movie theater. This one wasn't as quiet because there's some people making noises.
Yeah, in our theater.
But I love when it's like everyone's like
into the movie
and like dead silent. When everyone makes a noise, everyone kind of looks at them. Maybe it's just me, but I love when the movie theater is like into the movie that much.
I felt like going into this movie, I was more excited for the tense moments, like you said, the action and like the aliens. But when I walked away from the movie, the things that are gonna stick with me were the more emotional moments, the slower moments with the two characters. And I think that's what makes this movie stand out from the other two. Is like this one's like more sad and more like a raw, like human story. Yeah. I don't know. It just like really hit me, more than the others did.
They're just kind of walking around or like hiding, and it's like, it seems slow, but like in reality, if you're in their shoes, it's never slow. Like you're always in constant survival mode. So I wouldn't say the movie's slow. It's just like, it's realistic.
Yeah, it's more because the beginning of the movie, like it's kind of the same like from the other two movies. So you're kind of like, okay, where's this going?
Yeah.
Like, is this just, we're just retreading what we did. But then as it picks up with when you meet Eric, and then it really becomes more of like that their bond. You could say that they're building, and I think that's where.
I think one of the better parts of the movie is the bond. Like it works. You're gonna love Eric. Like the way Eric.
Yeah, I really liked Eric.
The way he treats Samara, like he seems super genuine. And he just like understands like what he has to do basically, and he risks his life and does all these other things for the cat and her, and he's just a great guy overall. It's very shocking to see that in these kind of movies. Like where I was actually more shocked we didn't see more of like selfishness. When later on when people they would just do anything to live.
I feel like like in A Quiet Place Part 2, you kind of they did more of that side of like the people like that are selfish and like will do anything to survive. And this one was more about like Eric, helping Samara, and like he'll do anything for her. You know what I mean?
But it was very just like to the heart, and then the ending was like it was satisfying. It's only an hour and 40 minutes long, and it felt perfect. Like,
it didn't need to be shorter, didn't need to be longer. I think it was a perfect runtime, honestly.
Okay, I think that's it for right now for the non-spoilers. We're getting to spoilers really quickly, but we have to rate the movie out of 10. Go.
I rated it a 9 out of 10.
I give it an 8.5. I mean, I liked it a lot, so that gives our overall rating 8.75, I think, right? Out of 10, The Quiet Place Day 1. Spoiler zone, choo-choo.
The scene with her friend the nurse from the hospice care, when the generator went off, I thought that was really innovative, really like, oh shit, like that would actually have like a backup generator would go off, and it's super loud. And then so he has to go and like like turn it off. If I was him, I would be like, let's dip.
Yeah,
like,
I
am not turning that shit off. Because like in reality, it would have just came down and destroyed the machine.
Yeah,
and then gotten inside maybe. Yeah. But like he went and he was to turn it off and then ripped his shirt and then boom, dead. And I was like, oh, that's it. Yeah, I thought that was like a really cool like death. I was like, okay, that would happen.
What I was expecting was more like more characters, so there more people would die and be more sad. But it was just them two. It was that nurse, and then it was just them two the rest of the thing. So there wasn't like like loss of life.
Yeah, everywhere. It was more of like just random bodies. Like in the beginning when they crashed, they were just tearing random.
That was great. That was great.
And then that scene, which I thought was a cool scene, when all the people like were trying to evacuate.
Oh yeah,
and
that was
a horde of people like making noise.
Yeah, I don't know if I was like more surprised how dumb they were, or how many actually survived. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's a lot of people. Near the middle of the movie, the helicopter's like, okay, time to evacuate. We'll bring them all over here, and you guys go, which makes sense. I never understood why the monsters were some left over for some reason. I don't know why they all just like they were like. All of them didn't go to the helicopter. Some stayed.
Oh, maybe there's just a lot more than
I guess. So they're all trying to evacuate, and like you see them all come out, wherever they came from, and then there's a little bit, and there's a big, like a zombie mob of people, and then the main character, she's like walking around. Like,
the opposite. Well, she's going the opposite way. She's going to the pizza place.
She wants to get pizza. And she's seeing like the wheelchair. And then,
I think that was a cool visual, because like that would have been squeaky, and like you're done. So,
squeaky,
you know what I mean?
like a wheelchair, and then just people stepping on glass and stuff, and then boom, once you know, part two of the very beginning of the movie, or they start jumping on everyone, just murdering everybody. So that was very intense. It's like, wow, it's realistic. People will think it's safe and then jump out and die immediately.
Yeah.
But her side quest the whole time is to get pizza, because she knows that her life is coming to an end very quickly in the counting days, and Eric knows that by reading one of her poems, because she was a writer. And he basically like takes care of her to his fullest extent, and he like shows her the most hospitality possible. You know, treats her like a queen for the last whatever time she has.
I think he's just really grateful that like she just let him stick around, because he just didn't want to be alone. So he's just like doing whatever he can to make sure that she gets what she wants before she dies. You know.
Yeah, she does get her pizza. It's a spoiler. She did get her pizza, not the exact one she wanted, but she did get the pizza. She got a little magic show.
I thought that scene was really cool. Really good acting.
Like, he did amazing.
Yeah, he like, without him like doing as well as he did, that scene wouldn't have worked. So like him pretending to be a magician and like with the crowd and everything, it just like was really heartfelt and like really worked.
The saddest parts were like when she's like, yeah, I'm basically gonna die, and gave the cat to him and her clothes to him, and
just told him to run.
Basically sacrificed herself. Not completely, but basically sacrificing himself and like hitting all these cars. It was very intense, and he was basically running full speed to jump off a pier into the water because they can't swim. He barely makes it, and it's like the cat's saved, and then he gets out. He sits on this thing, and he gets that little note that she wrote to him, and I got almost teary right there. I was like, oh man, because she wrote a little nice, very note like thank you for making me like live again, and it's like that's super like the best words you can hear. But I mean, that's basically it. It was a good movie. It's short. It's sweet. It's sad. It's to the heartfelt, like a heartfelt movie, and it hits all the boxes for the most part. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Our next movie will be Despicable Me 4 when we see that in 4D. So
hope I don't throw up.
But thank you guys for watching, and we see you guys in the next one.